Another fresh earthquake of magnitude 7.6 struck Elbistan district of Kahramanmaraş province in southern Turkey, reports Turkey's Anadolu news agency citing the country's disaster agency. This comes after the country is already struggling post the earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria this morning, claiming more than 1,200 lives and injuring many others. This fresh jolt is a cause of concern as the country is already completely rattled and distracted by the morning quake and the series of aftershocks that followed. The second shallow quake hit at 1:24 p.m. local time, 4 kilometers south-southeast of the town of Ekinozu. The first 7.8 magnitude quake wiped out entire sections of major Turkish cities in a restless region filled with millions of people who have fled the civil war in Syria and other conflicts. At least 912 people died in Turkey from a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck early Monday, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said, sharply revising up the earlier figures. Many lost their lives in Syria as well, taking the total death toll to almost 1,300. Rescuers are continuing the search for survivors after two massive earthquakes. The devastating earthquakes toppled several high-rise buildings and forced hundreds of residents in the affected areas to gather outside on a cold winter night. Hundreds were still believed to be trapped under rubble, and the toll was expected to rise as rescue workers searched mounds of wreckage in cities and towns across the area. Rescue workers and residents are frantically searching for survivors under the rubble of crushed buildings in multiple cities on both sides of the border. The rescue was being hampered by a winter blizzard that covered major roads in ice and snow. Officials said that the quake made three major airports in the area inoperable, further complicating the deliveries of vital aid. Residents jolted out of sleep by the pre-dawn quake rushed outside on a cold, rainy and snowy winter night as buildings were flattened and strong aftershocks continued. The earthquake is the largest ever to hit Turkey in at least 100 years, the news agency AFP reported. In Turkey, entire sections of cities populated by Syrian refugees have been wiped out. The earthquake struck near Gaziantep, a Turkish city with a population of around 2 million. More than 40 aftershocks followed, and they were felt even in Egypt and Cyprus. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said on Twitter that search and rescue teams were immediately dispatched to the areas hit by the quake. Turkey experiences frequent earthquakes because it is located at a convergent plate boundary where the African plate is colliding with the Eurasian plate. This collision causes the Earth's crust to deform and release energy in the form of earthquakes.